Good afternoon. One thing that was just said, how many people here write quote? Okay. It's all right, it's all right. It's a call. It's important to get out and do things. When I used to teach, I gave assignments that sent people into the world to pick up subject matter. Sitting behind the computer is not reality. It's a part of it. It's a part of it. This first piece, I'm going to read, illustrates this. I was in the Bronx, I was living in the Bronx, going home, and I saw some bloodstains on the sidewalk. So I started to take notes, and I came up with a story where the bloodstains came from. This is called the Nativity of the Odyssey Bar and Grill. Barefoot Jimmy sings a field holler courting sandpapered voice from the bottom of a shot glass in the bar. Swing blade rhythm against the Harlem skies with sunset called black magic. Hound dogs barking and thunder tracing steps of smoke that move in whirlpools across the levee of his past, where he, Barefoot Jimmy, sings to frustration of neon eyelids blinking at a wine-bottled green moon and the night ghost with passion. Blood boiling in the sex of back alley hotels where Crazy Mary is burnt to a crisp by experience and flirts with love under sunset called black magic. The wind as anarchy and this lady's eye, yes, reminds one of a river of clairvoyant stars breaking against the profuse fragrance of clover and honey, and yet, once this woman of pleasure, hand-to-mouth mantra of mint laid under tongue, now with neurotic shocks of the womb stretched to receive sins from 2 generations of faithless lovers, a sunset called black magic retraces experience of topsoil, moist beneath the surface, as a spawn of men crawl from the weathered cracks in her skin, just a little sport, and tonight's erection sandwiched between the sweet folds of her knee, a bedbug-infested mattress and dirty sheets, the memory of Mama's mahogany breakfront and Crazy Mary, a child, safe. Remember, a wood fire burning sweetly, posed as a barrier against harm, and yet, when it's over, the scene dissolves into hospital bleached corridors, a tear, and Crazy Mary's hand jerks like static electricity, scratching invisible sores always present, and greasy spoons in bed with lovers in terror in a place where hurt becomes a special crop that transforms her 47 years into the grinding hips of a 20-year-old chippy, and yet even the burying of a scorpion sting in the hull of a womb can bear fruit. Jelly, jelly, jelly on my mind, jelly killed my father, drove my mother stone blind, and a bump and grind stutters like a drunken two-step. Hysteria leaps from her womb like prancing iguanas in flight from invading footsteps in a secret territory, the heart more than orgasm, more than hope, and Crazy Mary's breast ripe with milk cries in disbelief of beauty to be some child's mother after all these years. She cries as if Barefoot Jimmy's song is personal. The spirit is a needle-like mist falling as pieces of a dream. See, I was loved once. 20-year-old love letters testify, always present. Crazy Mary on a bar stool floods her tight dress, wet with miscarriages, benediction. This classic beauty up from the southern lowlands, cottonhead blood against, this classic beauty up from southern lowlands, cottonhead blow against the odds, losing but to have tried is another matter. This Madonna child dying like a simpering whisper, gripped by savage timbales, so much warmth put to rest with so little love, another time, another life. In keeping with keeping your eyes open and your ears open, any good writer picks up stuff from what he sees, not just from his imagination, but he takes notes. I always have a journal. Always. I was working at an insurance company. No, not like Wallace Stevens. But every day, this woman would get on the bus, and everybody would move to the back of the bus when she got on, because they thought she was crazy. She didn't smell. She was just lucid in her own mind. This comes from that. It's called bus ride. The trip home look like a map of a city where bad carry come life day to day. Wit or sorrow she man gone by way of mechanical claw, rolling through night with street out in the darkness. She man gone by way of hunger, limbs drawn like thread, a weave of barren love where she survived, and the scent escaped the scar on her flank with time beat her. Murder of blackness, her picnic snatched from a womb, but them memories suckle from lip breast, where she shows her nipple of molten razors. She ride bus and gone say taste. She tempts your love and get on where autumn ride rhythm the way of snakes. Bus stop. She people stare and wonder why she had to be a nigger. She takes your love and get on with toothless anger, where she tongue tastes blood and curse. She children's ignorance in their vogue of remiss, the atrix of roots and bloodlines that curve like monuments just so. She takes your word, let them fall, meticulous in their acid like thick squall, in the face of she picnic them lie. She picnic them, ride the down bus, they laugh when she say storm, bus stop, in the runs of her stockings, like tough stain the way she irked, she cried, it pains so. Lord, she said, remember the smell of cane and the way picnic came to be once? She picnic them, ride the bus, say party and smell gin. Remember, she said, the spirit prancing like a sex of revenge in the eye of the sun and the blackness that drank the sun. And she said, all y'all gonna die in your ideals. You got no respect for life. She picnic them, ride the bus next to her, look at your art and say, she crazy. I've been to two places where there have been ghosts and spirits. I don't know if you believe in it. It's okay if you don't. One of the places was Angel Island, a place in the San Francisco Bay, where the Chinese were quarantined, some for life, because they were not allowed to come into the United States unless they were servants, or if they had family here already. In 1882, the Chinese Exclusion Act forbade people to migrate from China to come here. It was signed by the same president who created the incident that Heaven Gate is based on. It's a true story. If you weren't WASP, you weren't American. You were either an anarchist or an undesirable. And in Wyoming, there was something called the Johnson County War, where Eastern Europeans were gunned down. They were death lists. This happened here. But getting back to Angel Island, it always had an attraction for me. Now I know why. It was opened from 1910 to 1940. Railroad dirge coolies dream in turn, backbreaking work as death sentence issued by U.S. ravenous greed, hatred, amber-fleshed, packed spoon fashion, prison barracks bursting with bamboo flute whales alarmed by laboring flotsam, genital silence, lifetimes cloistered inside barbed wire yards with this dictatorship of tears as ghosts writ calligraphy waltz through the moon-eyed gate of remembrance. The Pearl River Valley trolls and cries beyond pelican's wings where petals fall from the flower flag. I'm prisoner taken from steerage, imprisoned at the cursed wooden house. But I'm here, more than agony semaphore, blown like broken promises across the golden mountains need. Across the blue porcelain sky, the jade wind moves the cage of my soul, past eucalyptus trees standing sentry. I am more than fear, and the evil dream that provides a song of ill faith. I am the canon of my bloodline, the bridges that bridges the ages. I will persevere. 3. When the west wind rises to rouse tart eucalyptus scents on this island of the wooden house, it binds memory like a spell round this pocket drama to conjure mother of pearl hours of dawning mist, where time chases brittle air to lift whittled tree bark that hangs like banished banners. Shrub oak and dwarf pines climb hills in my mind where I live at North Garrison, where an ideograph of yellow flesh waves arrive from the Pearl River Valley to lap the leeward shore as whispers from long ago souls salted away for remembrance sake come back to me as penance on the island of the wooden house. I move between heaven and earth, where tourists who visit Angel Island cannot see me, but I'm the one who remembers generations of paper families. It's their heartaches that keeps me from ebbing into nothing. Among 10,000 things, I live on Angel Island.